Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this week's, or welcome to tonight's live. Thank you for joining, firstly. And what we're going to do, or let's give a quick recap of what happened yesterday. So, in yesterday's live, I took you through the different input fields that we have created, and that is the toggle. It's the wait. Let's go see. It's the toggle, it's the number stepper, and it's the radio buttons. And I wasn't too happy with what the radio buttons were looking like, so what we did was we changed that up and we added like a box around it just to make it a little bit more appealing to us. And that's what we were just sitting and coding and trying to figure things out. And we made some good progress. We managed to finish up our radio button. And today, what we did, or what I did today during the day, was I worked on the drop down field, which was a very big one across MIH, a date field and a time field. Right, so I want to take you through that also, just what they look like, and also we're going to look across MIH to see exactly what it's looking like and if it's looking good or not, things like that. So yeah, so and also let me know what you guys think about the previous lives where we sat and coded for a bit. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure how it was on your side, so let me know if it was cool. If you like more of those kind of videos, I can definitely hook something up like that for you. Now let me show you what the things look like now. Let me flip the camera. Flip. Nice. Nice. So what you're seeing right now is the dev version of MIH. So you can see if you look on the top right hand side, let me change screens over here. If you look on the top right hand side, let me know what my audio is sounding like on TikTok, guys. So I'm testing out this new microphone. I'm not sure if it's on. I don't think it's on. I think it's on now. So let me know what you think of the audio, if it's looking good or not. I don't know if this is the one that's dead or not, but let me know if the audio goes funny and things. So this is what MIH currently looks like. This is the test package. You can look in the top right hand corner that we are currently on localhost, which is the development environment. So yesterday's live, I showed you the number stepper. So this is, you can add numbers to it, or you can increment and decrement. And if you go past the minimum or maximum, it will give you a warning message, right? And if we go to the next is the radio button. So you can just select them. You don't have to click on the button themselves. You can just click on the text. It does look a little bit squashed over here. I'm not sure why, but we can have a look at that later on. Then these are the new ones that we're working on. So I'll show you the date and time field. It's basically the exact same thing that's currently inside MIH. If you click on it, it'll open up your time selector, just like on a normal Android phone. So you can select the hour, whether it's AM or PM, and then the minutes. So it's a time selector. Once you do that, click on OK, it'll automatically enter that field for you, or enter that amount for you. If we do the date one, the exact same thing. We can select the date from here. We can navigate to a different month, or we can click on it and so choose a year, and then search through or slide through to get the month. Interesting. And then once we click on OK, it'll automatically enter that value for us. So these are the three. Oh, sorry, the last one is the drop down. So here it's just a plain and simple drop down. You click on it and you can select whatever option you want. You have an option to bin it if you don't like that option, but you can select it if required. So these are the three new fields inside MIH. And what we've done is across MIH, we have added this, or added this in. Let's see what let's add a new card. So you can see here's our new drop down for shop name. If we click on this, it'll give us our drop down list, and we can scroll through it and find the specific option that we're looking for. and works the exact same as previously. If we select it, we have our card that opens up. Right, and then if we look, where else would have that? Let's go to the patient profile. That has quite a lot of it. If we open up one of our patients' profiles, we'll just go view patient profile. You'll see this is what it's currently looking like. You'll see at the bottom it has the there's no medical aid. This is one of our new fields toggle, but this is disabled, so we can't click on this. That's why it's grayed out like this. But if we go over to our generation of the medical certificate, you'll see this is our new date selected fields. So if we select, say, tomorrow, if we select, say, you must there, and then returning to work on the 13th, okay, and then we click generate. We'll give it some time. Success. So what you'll see is, hopefully it did work. Let's check, medical certificate, 9 o'clock. This is the one over here. You can see it's 7 o'clock, sorry. If we click on this, our medical certificate would be generated. I'm not sure if I'm using the right things, but if we come, I don't think we can open up the documents here on the browser, but I'll show you that later. But you saw what the input fields look like. So this is what, it's now standardized across MIH. Throughout MIH, this is what the input fields will look like. The next one is the generation of medical certificate. Thank you so much for the likes. Generation of the medical, or not medical certificates, of the, what are these? The prescription. So here someone can search for a medicine and press enter, and then there'll be a list of all the medicines matching that search. We'll click on one of them. Then here we have our new number stepper. To make it easy for you just to say, okay, the dosage is 2, number times a day is 3 times a day, number of days, you just click 5 times a day, 0 repeats, and you click on add. And then you can keep doing that over and over and over again. And that's how you generate the medical certificate. So you can see it's a much cleaner, much easier user experience when, or throughout MIH, doing any of our different activities or features inside MIH. Close that. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you. Marara, I appreciate you and your likes. Then we have a new one that we changed up a bit. So this is the file selector. I don't really know what to display it or how to make it better, but I think definitely later on we can make this a little bit better when we are creating or when we are updating this. So this is just your file attachment. So if you click on that, it opens up your file explorer. If you're on the browser, it'll open it up on the computer, but if you're on your phone, it'll open up your normal phone's one and select it from there. So we have updated that, and if we go over to our generation of a claim or statement. So you can see this is a little bit more advanced than the other showcases that are, or the other things that I've showcased to you now. But you'll see that we're using the radio button selection at the top. So you can either select claim or statement. So previously we had to click twice. You have to click once to open up the drop down menu, and then the second time in order to select the option. But now, removing the drop down field and replacing it with a radio button, it now just takes one field for you to select the type of document that you want to generate. We have our new date selector, and we have our service description, right? So you can see it's currently selected as consultation, right? If, and below that you'll see consultation type and the types of consultation. But if I were to click on procedure, it changes those fields for me. And now it has the procedure name, additional procedure information. If we click on other, and it says service description details. So now this one is a little bit more dynamic in terms of what you want to do. And you can see once again, we don't have to click twice in order to select something. You click once and it's already automatically selected for you. Similar to that, our consultation notes or consultation type. It's just one simple click to select the field that you are looking for. And I think that's all of, that's what it looks like now. quite happy with this user experience. It's much cleaner, much easier, much more simple for us to work with, or for someone, say for example a doctor, to work with when they are working with so many patients. Instead of doing like thousands of clicks, now we're just trying to reduce it for them. Then, so let's see what else we had there. So that's what it looks like here. We also changed up the settings under the Mzansi AI. If we click on settings in our menu at the bottom corner, you'll see that our settings now use the drop down or the radio buttons to select the model. Currently we only have one model, so there's no other options that you can select, but then we have the AI voice. So I think on this, for some reason over here, it's not, on the browser it's not pulling through the names, but when I switch over to good evening, when I switch over to the mobile version, it'll pull through all the AI models. Let's see if we can listen.
This is the sample of the Mzansi AI voice.
So you can see it's just, if you click on this, it gives you a sample.
This is the sample of the Mzansi AI voice.
Right, and then we can also increase the font, decrease the font to however we want. And we're using our new fields that we just selected, the brand new fields that we just selected. And yes, over to, if we slide over to our tip calculator. So the tip calculator also uses the new field. Previously there was a drop down field of yes or no under the split bill option, but now you just click the toggle and then it will open up it'll make visible a new field that you have to capture, and that is the number of people. So you can see it defaults to 2, but you can simply increase it or decrease it to however many people you want to split this bill with. And also auto validation for you, just to make things proper. Right? It automatically does it for us. So that's what it's currently looking like inside MIH at the moment. So let me know what you think of this new fields. Do you think it's enhancing everything? Do you think it's not enhancing everything? Does it look a little bit better than it was previously? So I definitely I'll show you what so this is, let me put this here, and then, so I'll show you what it looked like previously. So let's go to here. So I even have to go out a little bit for you. So you see, this is what the MIH used to look like. So our fields used to look something like this, and you can see our toggle. Also, it looked mismatched, misaligned, things like that. But if we go over to our new one, we'll go like for like. So I'll go back to the profile, so like for like. So you'll see this is the new look and feel. If we move over, this is what the old one looks like. Let me know what you think down below. How's it, Black? Nice to see you here tonight. So let me know what you think of the new design. This is what it looks like now. This is what it looked like previously. It's a very slight difference between them, but I think it makes a whole lot of difference. There's more contrast to the stuff. It's more visible to the eye. You know what is here, what's there. Even the label, so this thing's telling you what these fields are all about. They are even brighter and bigger than what it looked like previously. Look how tiny they used to look before. Just some tiny field here at the top. But now it's looking way better, I think, in my opinion. Just tap the screen to let me know if you like it. And if you're on the other platforms, please leave a like to let me know if you are enjoying it. So this is what it looks like here and there. And then I think I'll show you, let's go to the patient manager and let's go to the prescription generation, and I'll show you exactly what I mean about a way better user experience. So we'll open up the prescription generation. So this is the new one. Let's go to the old one. Yep. So this is what it previously looked like. Now see, in order for me to let's do one example, right? Let me search for the exact same thing. I'll click and I'll search for sand. Press enter. I'll select the first one. Now look at the difference. Now I have to click and then select, click, select, or click, select, 5 times, repeats 0, and then add, right? So that's what the experience was like with the old one. If we go back to the new one, this is what it looks like now. So we'll do the exact same thing. So we'll click send, we'll search for it, and then now it's 1 dose, 3 times a day for 5 days, 0 repeats add. Look how much quicker that is compared to the previous one, where we had to click and then we'll have to look, oh, where's number 5? And then click on it, oh, where's the one that we're looking for? Click. So it's a way better experience when it comes to entering information into MIH. Because as a doctor, you would be doing this on a daily basis. Each and every patient that you are seeing, you're probably creating a prescription for them. And if this experience is not the best for you, you're not going to want to use the system. So that's why we were focusing on the user experience. And we did hear the cries of the people of Mzansi. They did tell us that the user experience wasn't so nice on MIH. So that's why we improved it for you. So that's what it's currently looking like. And then we can click to generate. Let's go back. Another example. Let's go to the medical generation. Oh, medical certificate generation. So you can see this is the old one. This is the new one. Old, new, old, new. So let me know. So, okay, so the old one will be 1. And then the new one will be 2. So this in the chat, you can just drop likes. You can type 1 or 2. Let me know which one you like. 1, this is 1. This is 2. 1, 2. Let me know what you think. Me personally, I think I like number 2, this one that I'm stuck on right now. So this is perfect. I like what this looks like, even though it doesn't really change the user experience for this particular one when you're selecting a date. Number 2, I also like number 2. I think number 2 is better. So this one doesn't really enhance the user experience, because even here you would click on it and then select the date. So it's the exact same amount of clicks as this one over here. Let me quit this. As this one. So it's the same amount of clicks over here. It's just the contrast between the stuff, the from field, the title of the things are much better. Way quicker. How's my audio, guys? Is it sounding better? I'm using a new microphone. And I don't know if it's sounding better or worse or in between. Are you guys hearing a difference? Yes, no? So that's it over here. Another one. I'll show you one that is a complete different. So this one over here. So let's go to the current live version of MIH and let's go generate a claim. So this is what it looked like previously. In order to select the type of document, you would click on it. So that's 2 clicks to click on this. This one is just 1 click, and it also automatically enters the date for you. The service description, 1, 2 clicks, 1, 2 clicks. So that's 4 clicks it's 4 clicks in order to select these 2 fields. And then, yeah, things aren't looking too great. Now if we head over to the new one, looking much better, much cleaner. You'll see it's automatic. I don't even need to click if I'm creating a claim. It's automatically selected for me, so I don't need to do that. So it's even 0 clicks now if you don't want to, or if you're choosing a claim, which I would assume most doctors are doing. But if you're doing a claim, then it's 0 clicks. But if it's a statement, then it's 1 click. So it's 0 clicks for claim. If it's a consultation and general consultation, even better, it's already automatically selected for you. 0 clicks for you. All you have to, so these 1, 2, 3, 4 fields at the top of the screen, it's automatically filled in for you if you're using the standard options, I would call it, right? Then you can just move on to the code. So let's do I1, press enter. And now these are all the ICD-10 codes that we can choose from. Once we select one, it automatically enters it in for us. Then we can do the cost. And then pre-authorization we don't need to do. So if you are doing a consultation that's a general consultation and you're doing a claim, all you have to do is search for the ICD-10 code, put the service cost, and click on generate. So that's only 2 fields compared to, let's go back to the original one. Compared to this, we would have to, let's close this and start it from fresh. we would have to click on claim, we would have to click on consultation, we would have to click on general consultation. Then we do our search, I1, enter, and then the amount, and then click on generate. So you see how much, so all these fields here at the top, they waste the user's time to fill it in. So this is what we've improved in this next update of MIH. So currently the current version, let's see, the current version of MIH that you should be using at the moment is 1.1.8, right? So you can see over here version 1.1.8. If we this one over here that I'm showing you, this will be released in version 1.1.9. So we just finished this up today, finished working on this today. So we're just gonna test out now to see what everything looks like, how it feels on a tablet, how it feels on the computer, how it feels on the phone, how it feels across multiple screens, multiple platforms. Is everything looking fine? So that's what we're gonna work on today. And let's see. So that's what we're working on. Let me know. You can put, you can just like if you like the new fields. Don't have to like if you don't like anything. And let us know what you think. So I'll switch the screen so you can see me for a bit. Yeah, so what I want to do now is I wanted to know if you guys enjoyed the programming that we did yesterday, even though it wasn't groundbreaking programming, we were just working on the radio buttons. But did you enjoy that kind of style of content where we just sat together and we programmed? I showed you how I programmed. I use AI a lot because it's out there. It's like using Google at the moment. So yeah, it's like using Google. So I don't blame people, or I don't judge people for using Google when they program. So I think AI is the future. So I use a lot of AI to program. It makes things a lot easier, a lot quicker while coding. So do you like that kind of style of content? And also, what are your ideas inside for MIH? Do you what would you like to see inside MIH next? That's what we're seeing. So one thing that I wanted to sort out, this while you guys are thinking about that, yeah, so that's what I wanted to work on next is, or not next, or what I wanted to do some research about, because I'm not going to work on it at the moment. I'll work on it later on. And I did discuss it a while ago. It is the Flutter AI Toolkit. So for some of you that were here previously, the Flutter AI Toolkit is something built by Flutter and released to us, and it uses the BSD3 license, closed license. So this is basically an open source kind of license with specific rules about the open sourceness. It's good, nice, thank you. So then what we want to do is use the Flutter AI Toolkit. So if we click on this, let's go back. If we go to, I want to see some examples of this thing. Yeah, so the Flutter, let's go to here. There's I don't know where that article disappeared to. You can read more about this here. No. So let's just Google how to use Flutter AI Toolkit, because that's what I want to know about at the moment, because this is a tool built by Google, I'm assuming, and it just helps us to, or it's standardizing the chatbot interfaces, the AI chatbot interfaces across the applications if you would like to use it. So you can see this is what a very basic version of it would look like, right? So you have your voice input, you have your text input, you have your, what is this? Your media input. So that is, let's see if it starts up again. That is the, what is it, like images, things like that, right? So now that we've improved the MIH server and we are using, and we have a graphics card, our current AI model that we're using can generate images if we wanted to generate images. It's just that we haven't built that functionality in, or we haven't done enough research to figure out how to do it. So let's see if we can listen to this article. Oh my word. Let's see if we can do it this way. Read speech, start.
Flutter AI developers, rejoice. Adding an AI-powered chat experience to your app just got a whole lot easier. Introducing Flutter AI Toolkit, a collection of ready-to-use AI chat widgets designed to seamlessly integrate into your Flutter projects. No more building complex chat interfaces from scratch. Flutter AI Toolkit provides everything you need to quickly and easily add a sophisticated AI chat window to your app. Ready to boost customer engagement and satisfaction across multiple platforms. You've got this. Try Flutter AI Toolkit in Project IDX. Multi-tone chat. With multi-tone chat, you can maintain context across multiple interactions in the same session. Imagine you're talking to a friend. They ask if you have a pet and you tell them that you have a pet rock named Rocky. A little while later, after chatting with you about other things, your friend asks, how long have you had Rocky? The friend remembers your pet rock from an earlier conversation, even though you didn't mention it again. That's essentially what multi-tone chat does. It helps the LLM, generative AI large language model, remember what is being talked about. Multi-tone chat in Flutter AI Toolkit. Rich text display. Rich text format is supported in the responses produced by the LLM. Instead of producing just plain text words, the LLM can format the text to be more interesting to read. For example, the response could include bold text, images, bullets, and more. Rich format support in Flutter AI Toolkit. Voice input can be used to convert messages to text. This hands-free option is perfect for those who prefer not to type or who want a faster way to compose messages. Voice input support in Flutter AI Toolkit. Multimedia attachments. Pictures, videos, audio, PDFs, and other files can be added to conversations separately or all together. Multimedia attachment support in Flutter AI Toolkit. Custom response widgets design specialized UI components for responses. For example, if someone requests a recipe, you can show an interactive recipe card with an option to save the recipe directly to a database. Custom AI response widget support in Flutter AI Toolkit. Custom styling. Configure the chat appearance to match your app. Change the colors of the chat bubbles, the background, the UI fonts, and even add UI pictures or animations to reflect your brand identity. Custom styling support in Flutter AI Toolkit. Cross-platform support. Flutter supports many platforms, and so does Flutter AI Toolkit. Want to deploy an AI chat app made with Flutter on iOS, Android, web, and macOS? No problem. Pluggable LLMs. Flutter AI
I have
Toolkit
no
makes
idea how
it
to stop
easy
this.
to add AI to your app, whether you want to use Google's Gemini or Vertex AI, or even another LLM. Gemini Provider and Vertex Provider are available for out-of-the-box integration, using the Google AI SDK and Vertex AI in Firebase SDK respectively. We highly recommend that you use the Vertex AI in Firebase SDK for production use cases beyond prototyping. In addition, you can
I'm
leverage
not sure what's
Flutter
happening,
AI
guys, but
Toolkit's LLM provider
the text to
interface
speech
to
thing that
run
I
an
used
LLM of
for
your choice with your own custom code.
for to read that
Standalone
article,
chat app with multiple
there's no way to pause it,
conversations.
so we'll
Build
just
a
wait to
full-fledged
see
chat app
before we
that can
continue with
store
what
and
it's saying.
manage multiple conversations. To help you get started, Flutter AI Toolkit comes with a sample project that leverages a cloud Firestore database and Vertex AI in Firebase.
Happiness. So, what happened is basically. Wait, give me 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, my camera cut off. So yeah, so basically what they were saying is that with the Flutter AI toolkit, it provides you with an easy way to create a chatbot with the new LLMs that are currently spreading across the world. Instead of us building a chat interface and then figuring out after each click. So this is what we did previously with the current Mzansi AI. We had to put a chat interface. We had to figure out after each click, it sends it to our AI. It comes back with the response. It streams in the response. That's how you can see the text coming through and all of those kind of things. So I think this will make it a little bit easier to do. But I'll have to see what's it all about because I'm looking at this at the moment and it doesn't look like it has streaming capabilities. So I'll show you what streaming capabilities are. Let me flip this. So we'll ask Mzansi a question, right? So we'll ask Mzansi a question. Hello, tell me about South Africa. So you see, this is what streaming is. It streams the text into us. And also over here that they haven't spoken about is the text-to-speech capabilities.
Hey there, wave in hand. South Africa is an absolutely amazing country, a real mix of cultures, landscapes, and history. It's officially the Republic of South Africa and sits in southern Africa. You've got incredible things like the stunning Drakensberg Mountains, the vibrant beaches of Durban, and the iconic Table Mountain.
Right, so I don't know if the capabilities that this AI toolkit has to offer also has streaming capabilities. We can ask Google just to see what, or ask Gemini just to see what Gemini is saying. So does the Flutter AI toolkit allow chat stream? I think that's what we call it, chat stream. And is there a text to speech option out of the box? So we'll see what Gemini has to say about all of this, right? Let's see, it's just thinking now to
Yes,
speak.
the Flutter AI toolkit offers both chat streaming and speech to text, voice input, capabilities out of the box. Here's a breakdown. Chat stream, streaming responses. The Flutter AI toolkit is designed with real-time interaction in mind. It supports streaming responses, meaning that AI-generated messages are displayed in...
So wait, not text to speech. Yeah, it is text to speech. Oh, sorry.
in your chat window as they are generated, rather than waiting for the entire response to be complete. This provides a more dynamic and engaging user experience, similar to popular chat applications. Text-to-speech, voice...
So it does have the streaming capability like I showed you in the Mzansi Thoughts window, right? So that's one checkbox. But now the text-to-speech, this is voice input. Text-to-speech. User itself doesn't explicitly mention text-to-speech as an out. Okay, let's listen.
Input. While the toolkit itself doesn't explicitly mention text-to-speech as an output option for the AI's responses, it does offer voice input. This allows users to input prompts using speech, which is then converted to text for the AI to process. To enable this, you'll need to configure the necessary device permissions for microphone access. The toolkit leverages underlying platform capabilities, e.g., using packages like Record for microphone access to facilitate this. In summary, ChatStream, yes, it supports streaming AI responses in real time. Text-to-speech for AI output, not directly mentioned as an out-of-the-box feature for the AI's spoken output. However, the toolkit explicitly supports voice input, speech-to-text for user prompts. You could integrate a separate text-to-speech package, like Flutter_TTS, if you wanted the AI's responses to be spoken aloud.
So it looks like what they're telling us is that it does have the streaming capability. So when you send a message, it will respond back and it'll stream that response to us, which is a good thing, which is a plus. I like that kind of capabilities inside it. But the text to speech output, that's the only thing that's lacking at the moment. But there'll probably be ways like maybe we click and hold on a thingy to hear it out loud or something like that. We'll have to figure out how that would work. Yeah, we'll have to figure out how that would work because that's quite important. Because me, I'm lazy to read everything that the AIs have to tell us, and I'd rather listen to them. So it's definitely will be a plus when using this text to speech capabilities inside MIH. Let's see what else. So while we are here, I want to go over. Oh, yes, so there's also something that I want to show us that expandable fab. So this over here. So let me flip the screen for you. So currently our menu buttons look like this at the bottom of the screen. When we click on it, it either pops up or it'll pop down depending on the what is this? Depending on where exactly this menu button is. If it's at the bottom of the screen, it pops up. If it's somewhere at the top of the screen, it'll pop down. But I was just thinking about it a little bit more because there's lack of, or this current package that we're using to do this, it is not maintained as frequently as possible, right? And I think it's called speed dial. So let's open up a new tab. It's called speed dial. Speed dial. Okay, not this one. I think it's this one. Flutter. Yeah, this is it. Flutter speed dial. And you can see this one was published 2 years ago. And that was the last time it was updated since then. But if we have a look at this new one, it was published 29 days ago. So 29 days ago was the time that they updated it. So we want to use something like this. And also with this capability, if we scroll down to the bottom, you see that it gives us way more options that we have. So you can see we have one, if it's in the corner, there's like a fan, what is it? Fan style with blur overlay. So you can see the background blurs. Let me know what you think of this one. We have the standard one that we have at the moment, which is vertical style and a color overlay at the back, so it makes it a little bit darker. Then we have the horizontal one, so it slides over or slides across, which is quite cool. So it just expands, and then here's one from the center. So it just expands our offering, so we don't have to only stick with the current menu option. But it's also not so important at the moment when it comes to the things in MIH. Food facts. So let me know what kind of ideas or what new features would you like to see inside MIH? Anything. Even if you think it can't be done, you can let me know and then we can sort it out, or we can see if it's possible. If not, then we won't be able to do it. I was working on something. Let's see over here and over here. Some people were speaking about in the calculator. So another example that, or some ideas that came from the people of Mzansi was a forex calculator. So calculating forex. However, there are no free to use forex calculations that I'm seeing, like APIs and stuff. So I'll share my screen. We can go through it together. If you think, or if you have an idea of a different Forex Calc API out there, let me know. And it should also be free at least, because so I've tried multiple of these. So you can see this one is free. However, this one only has 100 monthly requests, and that's really not something that we want to use inside MIH, because now this is only 100 people that can use it once for the entire month. That's not something that would be scalable in our case. Even this one, I think I've even applied for this, and it's definitely not as free as they advertise on this home screen. So we are happy to announce the freeforex.com has now partnered with a currency layered. It's a free API experience. Keep using our free currency. Let's see. Yeah, I've used this one over here, and look, pricing at the top of the screen. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry for the people on TikTok. You see pricing at the top of the screen. If we click on this, so free, only 100 API calls. So they say free on the outside, but once again, 100 API calls, and this is probably monthly. Then if we move over to $2, or what's this, $9 a month, then now we're looking at thingies. So this one over here, I'm not sure we can do it at the moment yet. Yeah, I don't think we can do it at the moment, because I haven't found a great API. But let me know if you have any APIs that you know of. Also, what I wanted to do is maybe a list kind of functionality, like a grocery list or something similar to that, maybe. But we'll have to see. Once we get the UI done, then we can hook that up. So yeah, this is the Forex one. I don't think there are any truly free Forex thingies out there. Let's see, best free. I like the company Medium, or the website Medium. So recently I needed to build a database of currency exchange rates and wanted to share my findings. So get this is interesting. Exchange API. Let's go to free currency exchange API. And also, what is this license? I've never heard of this license before. Let's ask Mzansi what's it all about. What is license?
Hey there, let's break down the CC0 1.0 universal license. Basically, CC0 is a public domain dedication. It means you can do anything you want with a work licensed under CC0, copy, modify, distribute, perform, display, even commercially. It's like giving the work a truly free license. The 1.0 inches just indicates it's the first version of the license. It's a really great way for creators to share their work and let others use it without needing to worry about copyright restrictions. Would you like me to elaborate on any particular aspect of CC0?
Okay, so it's just another type of license. This is the first time I'm seeing this Creative Commons legal code. Creative Commons legal code, CCO universal license. So free currency exchange rate API. So free what? This is cool. So the date format should be thingy date, API version, currency. So the endpoints we have currency code. I wonder if they give us an example. So please fall back. Okay. And also, what currencies are there? So as a base currency. Here's it over here. Now this is cool. This is very cool. Let me go back. Let me copy this. I'll put it with my Forex things. Because this is quite cool. If it's really a truly free and open source exchange rate or an exchange API, I think it's quite cool. So let's click on list all available currencies in prettified JSON format. So let's see if our ZAR. Yep, we have the South African rand here at the bottom. So ZAR is available. We have Zimbabwean dollar. I don't know if this is the ZIG, the new dollar. We have the another Zimbabwean dollar. Okay, this is quite cool. I must definitely do some research, more research about this. And let's see, as euro as a base. This is interesting. Let's put ZAR, ZAR, and where is USD? How accurate is this? So here's USD over here, right? And that is, or let me do the other way around. Instead of doing ZAR, let me say USD. And what is this even? So USD ZAR would be here. Yeah, 17 Rand 74 cents. So this is as at today's date that the API says. We have ZAR over here. And if we go look at USD to ZAR, look how accurate this is. So it's 17.7, let's say 75. If we come here, 17.71. Forex guys out there, let me know. The Forex people of Mzansi, let me know how how accurate, or is Google's one accurate? Do you use those? What other website can I use to test out if this free one is working fine? I don't know how they work, but it's looking like it's working. Let's go back. Let's open up all available currencies. What is this? Minified one. Okay, no. This one is better. And this one over here. I wonder if we can compare it with something. I'll get list of as at this date, as a base. I'm not sure. Let me know. Let me see if anyone responded over here. Forex people of Mzansi, I need you to assemble. Is Google's thing accurate? Do people use Google's one, or is there a different one to use? And what exactly do people use Forex calculators for? Someone just said it needs a Forex calculator. So I wasn't sure. I'm not sure what how accurate the calculator is. API version endpoint. So sorry, wait. The one that I wanted to use is this one over here. And the API is quite fast, not gonna lie. So if we click on it, open a new tab. So let's reload, you'll see how fast it is. You see, it's almost instant, this API. This is definitely something that we can do, maybe even sooner than expected, now that I found the correct API to work with. And if we go to switch this over, can we not flip this? Oh yes, yeah. South African Rand versus USD 0.056. So that's what our currency is. 1 Rand is 0.056 US dollars. So if we come here and we change this to ZAR, I'm such a fool. Oh, we're looking for USD, sorry. USD. Yeah, 0.056. I think this is extremely accurate. Extremely accurate of an API. And this is probably something we can do extremely quickly, or quick enough at least. Very interesting. What do you guys think of a forex calculator inside MIH? Do you think that's something useful? It's pretty accurate. Thank you so much. Because I am comparing it to Google, but I don't know if people use Google as like a solid tool. But if you're saying it's pretty accurate, I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the feedback. So I think we'll use this one as our forex tool. Also, another thing that I wanted to add inside MIH is like list capability. So let's click on this. So let's see list. Let's see what lists there are. Group list, automated list. What is this? Not really what I'm thinking about. Grid. Not really what I'm thinking about, but something to keep in the back of my mind. So what I want to do is something like I think it's Google Keep. Yeah, something like this. Yo, don't look at my shopping lists and stuff. But let me create a new one. Let me create a new shopping list for you. Where even is the... But anyway, let me delete this one over here because it's done. Delete. Yeah, this should be fine. So something like this where someone is allowed to enter different notes that's available there. Something like this, and also allowing you to move it about. Something like that, and also checking them off the list and putting them under complete or just scratching them out. Something like that. Someone way back asked for this in MIH, but there was other things that we needed to get up to before we can use this one. But I'm happy with this. I use a list almost regularly when I'm grocery shopping. As you could see, my shopping list was there. I use it so basically monthly when creating a list, or basically monthly when I'm going grocery shopping, I create my list to go grocery shopping with me. So what do you think? Is that a good idea? Would you like a shopping list kind of thing? And what other shops? So if you've been using the Mzansi wallet, what kind of shops, or have you been using it firstly? If you haven't been using it because one of your shops, your favorite shops, is not on the list, please let me know. We'll add it on for you right now. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go back to our list of things. So offline first. I showed you the calendar widget that we had previously, and that's also something that I would like to do, but not now. I don't think it's super important. Our current calendar is sufficient for what we're using it for. I don't want it to be too advanced. Another thing that I was looking at doing is having the home screen of MIH deauthed. So what that means is you no longer require a fingerprint in order to get into MIH. However, you will require a fingerprint for specific packages inside MIH. For example, if you were to use the patient profile, so because the patient profile has such sensitive information inside it, like your previous consultations, your medical certificates, your prescriptions, your maybe x-ray scans, claims, all of those kind of things are quite sensitive information. And also inside there is sensitive personal information about you, right? So I don't want just, like, say if someone picks up your phone or finds your phone or steals your phone, they can just open up MIH and then have access to all your personal and private information, right? So that's why we have the fingerprint into it. But people have been complaining that they don't like the fingerprint in the beginning of MIH. This one to open up MIH and get directly into the home screen. What are we talking about? So we're talking currently, right now, we're talking about deauthing the home screen of MIH. So if you have the mobile version of MIH, you would have noticed that it uses authentication before it lets you through or after you sign in, or if you open up MIH from it being closed and you're already signed in, it asks you to authenticate yourself before it proceeds to take you to the home screen of MIH. The reason for that is there's some personal and sensitive information. So on the personal side, there's your patient profile. All that information inside there is quite sensitive information, and you don't just want anyone having access to that. And over on the business side, a shopping list generated by the app with different diet and dietary requirements with SA products. That's a great idea. So Masundu Zane was saying on TikTok that a shopping list generated by the app with different diets or dietary requirements with South African products. Another thing that another member of Mzansi did ask us was if you were to have like a scanner. So instead of going onto the shopping list, typing all brand flakes or typing like sausages or burgers or something like that, you would take your thing. If it's a common product, you can scan it and then it'll automatically add it to a shopping list for you, right? So something like that we could also add to MIH. So I like the ideas bubbling inside us. That's a great idea. I will add it to my list of things to do. And there's quite a few things on the list, but I'll add it to the list of things to do. I must clean up this list, but that's a great idea. So yes, and on the business side, if you open up the business side of MIH, under your business profile, I think there's quite some sensitive information over there. Under the patient manager is also sensitive information. And the patient manager is even more sensitive than the patient profile, because now as a business or as a doctor, you would have access, or the patient manager, you can access all your patients through MIH. So I don't want anyone just having access to it. That's why we had the fingerprint sensor inside it. So I'll try and deauthor the home screen. I was thinking about it previously, and I have some ideas about it and how to get that sorted. I have no idea where I put it, but I was thinking about it, and I have some ideas on what to do and how to get that sorted. So I made a little crazy diagram, but it's too ugly to show you. When things are a little bit prettier, then I can showcase how everything flows and all of those kind of things, right? That'll be later on inside MIH. What else? Linked to a business. What other ideas do you guys have? Let me check. So what other ideas do you guys have for MIH? Or just in general? Or if you are working on your own application, do we have a Palantir style app for public schools in this country? Palantir style app. What is Palantir? Let me ask Mzansi what is Palantir, then we can see what that's all about. Grades and all of that stuff. Palantir. To record and track student information. Google it quickly. Yeah, we'll definitely Google it now. So let me flip over for you and flip over here. So how much time? So we'll go for about maybe 10 more minutes left. And then, but before we Google, let's ask Mzansi what it's all about. See if it, let's say, can you explain? Can you explain what PALANTIR is? Let me know who is this? TikTokolosh.
Hey there, let's talk about Palantir. Basically, Palantir is a super powerful software company. They create platforms, think of them as really complex computer programs, that help big organizations make sense of huge amounts of data. They're known for helping governments and big businesses with things like spotting patterns, predicting risks, and making smarter decisions. It's often used for national security, finance, and even healthcare. Essentially, Atlantis tools help users find hidden connections within massive data sets. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of what Atlantis does?
Interesting. So, okay, I have heard about this company before, and I think they are like a government contractor at the moment, a United States government contractor that uh, deals with big data, basically. Big data, AI, national security, all of those kind of things. Uh, we must just see. So, what kind of information, Tokolosh, do you think we would need to track students? Like what kind of information would we be tracking as a country? Google Palantir Foundry app. Let's see that. Palantir Foundry app. Hmm. Yeah, we'll have to do. Maybe tomorrow we'll go through this in more details. Make sure you stick around. Then we'll go through it in more details. Yeah. So great work. Let me know if you're excited about MIH version 1.1.9, the new style of our input fields, making things a whole lot smoother, a whole lot simpler for you to use in MIH. We are going to improve things. I have, like you can see, there's so many different ideas. Would be interested to spot super achievers, lacking learners, and all of that. Okay, I get you. I get you. Now, it's definitely something that we can do in the future. Thank you so much for the great idea. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the new input fields. Do you like how they look? Uh, you won't know how they feel because we'll release that and you'll let them know. A Google Maps powered taxi bus fare finder is also a dope idea. So I agree with you that that's a dope idea. However, I don't want to use any pre-built technologies like Google Maps. So there's a thing called Open Maps or Open World Map or something like that that I would rather use, which is a free and open source world map. So instead of me using Google's API and Google's pre-built functionalities, like you see in like the Mr. D app has it, the Uber Eats, all of these apps use the Google Maps API. So they're all using Google Maps. They haven't built their own Maps functionality. So I was thinking about Maps in the past, but uh, I don't want to use Google's technology. So the same reason why you don't have sign in with Google when you are creating an account or trying to set up an account with MIH. Does MIH use a local LLM? Yes, so everything is running in our own studios. If you're talking about local LLMs, I'm not sure what exactly local LLMs are, but we are using an open source one called Gemma 3, the 4 billion parameter one, and it's running on our own servers. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean by local. Might be tough to manage though, yeah. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining the live today. It was quite interesting hearing your ideas on new stuff. I mean, no API. Yeah. No, so it's an API into our self-hosted one. Yeah. So it's an API into our self-hosted LLM. It's not using Google's LLM or it's not using Google services. Their APIs that they provide, or the ones that OpenAI provide, or Meta, all of the other companies. So it's our own API using our own server and all of those kind of things, right? So thank you so much, everyone. I think we are 5 minutes over, but that should be fine. Great session tonight. We will continue tomorrow, and I'll see what we're going to work on next. I'll definitely try and test out MIH tonight and sometime tomorrow, and then we will send it for review with Google and with Apple, and hopefully in the next maybe 2 days or so. What's the day today? If it's Tuesday, so let's say Wednesday, maybe Thursday or Friday, it should be available for you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the lives. I'll see you again tomorrow, and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.